Yeah, strong. I ride the way. On the surfboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Strong. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. I'm pocket full on repeat. I ride the way. On the surfboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Strong. Gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. I'm pocket full on repeat. Strong, pocket full on repeat. Gotta count up and a pin down. Picture going about 100 miles. That is what can't miss now. Standing tall, ready, always on go. Taking me to pin town. P.O. said slow down, so I come away and I skip town. 16 was on the age that's 12 jurors in a mistrial. They seen I was on the pace that you wide no 10 times. Me like a man, even if your eyes don't dare to me. Dress down like I had a 6 with a shimmy, nigga. That's a punk move. Don't be worried about what straw do. Do you and I'ma do I. Third boy got a paint job with a clear coat and some fall back. The girlfriend needed took a beat. I was fresh meat, no big fat. Hit me with empty Beyonce, put a ring on it in the lunch line. Head coach and I'm on the court. Referee, but I'm shoot three. Put sweat in it to the green. So my water, I can barely breathe. Kelly Slater with the board flip. Push it up when the chords hit. Violins in the bell tip. Open up, let me splash in. Right away. On the surfboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Strong, gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. I'm pocket full on repeat. Alright, away. On the surfboard emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Strong, gotta get paid. Go on till I'm 6 feet. I'm pocket full on repeat. Second round of the fight, something ain't right. I gotta do my work. Blue walking through the air, no night flight. There was some people. Got one life to live, and I put 15 on all. Hit the ground, running rabbit, that's the Usain Bolt. Don't like 2 finger signs so far, I can't be taught. 19 is crunch time, and I send it home like a walk-off. AMG on steroid, get the flex muscle with a nightmare. Coming full force, no water, just know I don't fight fair. Took flight, no flight fair. Hot rounds out of hot barrel. Put the mic in the headlock and take them tap, 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 tap there. Short LCPR. What the hell ain't me for? You just wanna let them up. Time for you a lifeguard. I'm a whole damn lifeguard. Benzes real wish sharp. Might show me once hard. Get skatebooks and I count cards. Play my hand for the W. Time talk about who is who. They be on that who is who. I'm on the surfboard. I'm coming through. Strout.
What's up? What's up? It's for Mr. Know-It-All, and I'm here with the lovely Miss Bella. You're listening to Hood Talk, and let's get it started. Go tell them what the show all about. And what's up, Jonathan, up in his house? You know, sometimes you gotta look serious. Sometimes you gotta put that serious look on. Okay. And what's up, Nina, up in his house? Got people coming through pretty quick.
What's up with you? Look, hey everybody, happy Tuesday to you. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube and Mr. Know-It-All on Facebook. If you want to send him some love, there's that information is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. One other good thing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. It's free. Just click on it, like it, share it, and subscribe. So we're going to get started with this subject tonight. How you know if someone really cares for you and down for you. We're talking about friends, relationships, and family. How we know who to trust.
We gonna show find out. What's up, Nikki, up in his house?
What's up, Nikki?
It's so hard to know who to trust these days because sometimes the snake is sitting right next to you sometimes. So sometimes you have to sometimes you be looking at your little book and they be trying to tell you about all these snakes. If you read the right book, it gonna tell you don't trust nobody. It gonna tell you don't trust nobody but God.
Oh
uh,
Lord. Oh, show up, preacher.
God going to be the only person that's gonna help you through these things. So
Well, well.
we're gonna say we're gonna look at this thing objectively, but we're gonna get into it because we ain't gonna play about it tonight. We're gonna get into this trust thing and all that
Okay.
good stuff.
So you're gonna help some folks out, huh?
I'm gonna do the best that I can because it's hard to know who to trust. I promise to God. I mean, sometimes your own mama can
Oh
can can,
Lord.
can turn on you, so you never know. I mean, I'm just saying. Hell, I asked my mom one day. I said, "Hey, mom, would you ever turn me in, put me in jail?" She was like, "What did you do?" I said, "Oh." I jump back. It's a possibility that she might do. Boy, that hurts when you think, you be like, you know what? If I do something, I ain't gonna tell her that. So I think that's the problem we got sometimes. That conditional, how they say that conditional love. That means, a person love you in the right conditions. If something change, then they might not love you no more.
That doesn't mean they don't love you no more. They
Well, they're gonna love and leave your ass. I put it that way. Then they love you enough to let your ass go. Then, what you think about that one?
well, I think certain credentials are ways you're putting someone else in jeopardy. Don't you think that's something to consider? So what if something you did will jeopardize your mother's life? So you want her to say it is what it is, and you just help me have this body.
I'm just saying, like, just don't tell a joke while I stayed or nothing. I mean, just don't
Oh,
turn me in.
I
That's
wouldn't.
what I'm saying. I would like, would you turn me in? I ain't say. Okay, I put it this way, and this is not a good thing to do it to, but just like old boy that that did that situation and they couldn't really get a handle on who it was, and a friend of his or a friend that kind of knew him might have knew the shirt he wore or knew how he walked or something, or then they might have looked around and say, hey, where you at? Hey, you know what I'm saying? Or turn their people in. So when you get turned in and you think your people, you thought you had got away with something, and your people turn you in, and you like, I didn't know they was gonna do it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So then what?
You
You
got
feel what I'm saying?
okay.
Then you thinking, who was down with me? Oh, people turned me in. You
But
know what
what
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying, like, if you want somebody to be down for you, some things have to be justifiable. You have to kind of let them know, hey, I'm rocking this way. What you doing?
Well,
You got to give somebody a heads up, and if I don't know you to do these type of
what you
thing,
mean?
it
So
has,
they hold on, heads up so they can turn me in early?
hey, I'm spazzing out. I need you to look out for me. Okay, but if you just shockingly see your person do
Uh,
something that you don't think that they would actually be doing, that wouldn't shock you that this person is
you
out here
know,
rocking this way.
I'm gonna tell you what I used to live by back out there when I was in the streets. Man, do your dirt all by yourself. You can't tell on yourself. Just do it by yourself. Cause let me tell you something. People will change. People get mad at you. People will turn on you because you got to think about it. And that goes for people like Boosie and anybody else around. The people that were closest to them when they got, when the shit hit the fan, then the people turn you. I don't watch first 48 hours enough time to see who the motherfucker turning who in. The motherfucker, oh, I'm 10 toes down, nigga. That I'm a real nigga. I'm a this and I'm a that. And as soon as they say, well, you gonna get 30 years. Hey, give me a hamburger and a cigarette.
And let's talk about it.
Let's talk about this thing right quick. You said I'm going home today. Okay, bring me that hamburger and cigarette and maybe a lobster tail. They gonna give it up. I'm telling you now. I done seen it. I done seen the hardest of hard. I done seen people that didn't get nothing out of telling. They just told on the other people. They done killed 3-4 people. And they just added their partner in like it was gonna get him. Oh, you just gonna get 3 life sentences, not 4. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't had to add your partner in that. You know what I'm saying? You could have let your partner make it. But now all that old, we real. If it's you know what? If it's 5 of you in a car and one get caught, you know what that dude gonna call you and say? They got us, man. The one that got caught, he gonna say, they got us, man. They found out what we did, man. Yeah, you gonna be like, huh? What'd you say? Yeah, man, you hear me? Joe, come on, man. Stop playing like you don't know we did that last night.
Oh, Lord.
I'm telling you, though, real sound, saying that you real sounds nice. You know what I'm saying? But
you get in that hard situation, then
it sounds good until you in that situation. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I can't put myself saying that, all these people, ready down with you. Like, man, this let me tell you something. It's conditional. Everything is under the right conditions. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't, if you gonna do something and you don't want nobody else to know, or you don't want to go to jail, or you don't tell nobody. I'm just telling you. Don't. I'm gonna tell you things that got niggas locked up. Pillow talking. Pillow talking to their girl, and then when they girl broke up with them or they cheated or whatever, them be the first one to he got stuff in his tie and he got stuff buried in the backyard on the side of the house over there by the creek. Oh, they gonna tell it all once they get mad and this and that. So I'm gonna tell you, the best thing to do if you're doing something, just do it by yourself. And don't tell nobody. And I don't care how close people try to think they down with you, close to you and all that. If you done did something that'll get you put in jail for some time, you better keep it to your goddamn self. Because I know even these days, people be asking me about old stuff. Man, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing. I got amnesia about anything I done did in the past. Well, I got amnesia. I bumped my head too many times. I don't know anything that I done did even 5 months ago. I don't know nothing. Because I'm telling you, that's the best way to stay out of jail. I'm just being honest. I'm a dude that's from the streets, and I'm not saying nothing. I'm sorry. I'm not telling on myself. I'm not telling. I don't do that pillow talking. Oh, you can trust me. Oh, we've been kicking it for 22 years, and you don't trust me? I done did this and I done did that. Yeah, and you be the main one that get me 22 years somewhere. If I tell you something, and don't go for it. That's from every man's downfall. It don't take
but one time for you not to do what somebody wants.
That part,
and that can be the end of something. You move different than they want, it's over with.
I'm telling you.
That's
Everybody,
why a lot of times people hold things over someone's head.
I'm
You know,
telling you, I done watched. Look, I was watching Power. Um, I done watch all these other movies, these gangster movies. I done watched all these movies. And guess what? The main thing was people having stuff over your head. It's the same thing they were talking about P. Diddy and the Epstein guy. They were like, oh, everybody that went to that island, oh, they stirred and all that. And they talking about, oh, they killed him because he know too much about other people, and that's why P. Diddy didn't get out of the tank. He know about a lot of people and all these baby oil and all these old different things. I'm telling you, when people, I'm gonna tell you, that's how I used to watch how they used to corrupt the police. I done seen dudes, they go in there, they take the police, they get a picture with him and some prostitutes. It was all kind of stuff. They're doing that show. You don't want these pictures to get leaked. You're gonna do what I say, ain't you? I'm telling you, it's always something you done did in your past or something you ain't had no business doing that somebody hold over your head, and that's why you can't get ahead no more. Think about it. Every movie you see, that's what they doing. You be like, really? And that's how it is. Just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I got you.
Queen said, not 22 years. Yes, 22, probably 25. You know what I'm saying? Because see, let me tell you something. This the worst trick any man can fall for. Oh, you're my king and I'm my queen. You can tell me anything.
Better be careful. Somebody asking you to tell them something.
Lies. I ain't never told man woman nothing illegal that I done did. I'm sorry. And if it was illegal, it was misdemeanor. I'm getting a fine. But you just can't do it. I mean, trust is we're gonna get into this thing, but trust, whoo, it make my whole body shake. Who can you trust? I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll tell you, anybody will turn on you. Anybody. Come on with it.
You said not 22 years. So what they can take from you. And that's what you're just saying, your freedom for one.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm gonna come down on some more stuff. So I want to go and get into some things. Go ahead to the next one.
So behind the money and behind the scenes.
Yeah. See, that's when you know who really you can trust. When you go behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, behind your money, and people are really helping you, that help that they ain't got to, it ain't got to be seen. You know what I'm saying? Like
they don't want praise for what
right. When a person help you and they I helped you last time, nigga. Shit, you supposed to leave. I mean that ain't sincere. If you helping somebody and
everybody know that,
yeah, you mad because everybody ain't knowing it. I remember a long time ago. I ain't gonna call no names, but a lady tried to call me out on Facebook and said, "Oh yeah, I do things for my community, and I do this. Oh, look on my page, I got pictures of this picture." Dude, man, I don't go around here helping dudes for pictures. You know what I'm saying? Like I help people in real life. You know what I'm saying? People on the side of the road, people stranded down the highway. You know, I done jumped in my car and I done rode all the way to Texas to help somebody. You know what I'm saying? In Louisiana to help somebody. I mean, all the way bottom of Mississippi, help somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know, because like I tell my partner, if you my real partner, if we down for each other for real, if you in California, you say, hey man, I need your help. I'm headed to California. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you got real partners down with you. You know what I'm saying? That you can light out and help them, and they can help you too, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's when you have real people around you. Like all that old fake stuff, and people be talking about, oh yeah, you got to have a picture of everything you do for a joke club.
Praise.
Oh, look at this kid. You know, nah. Real dudes help other dudes all day, every day. What's up, Amanda? Up in his house, up in the thing. Yeah, but yeah. I mean, it's a sticky situation when you get to the point and you got friends and how good y'all, you know, together and all that old type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Not much. Oh, what the next one? Bam.
So it comes purely. Like it's not like it has to be forced.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. Like if you got the force it like you know, if they're your friends, if it got to be forced, or, you know, somebody down with you. Because I'm gonna tell you this. I want people that gonna answer my phone calls 1, 2, 3 o'clock at night if they woke. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They look and they be like, oh man, you know. I even get upset if I call somebody and hell that they, you know, the next day, shit, they don't need to try to call me back. What's up, man? Or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think that's when you gauge in and you think about how close are you to the people that you tried to reach out to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not always as close as you might feel like it is. You know what I'm saying? Or they might feel like, oh, you don't answer my phone call, nigga. Shit, I done called you before. You ain't helped me. But like my real friends, they already know. You know what I'm saying? If they actually need me, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? And that just how it is.
What's up?
What's up, Rashida? Up in his house, up in this thing. We're doing all right. We doing all right and trying to get this thing jumping. Any questions you got for me, just let me know, y'all. Just let me know. I try to answer all questions and all that type of stuff. All right, come on with it.
You don't have to force it.
Yeah. Yeah. And we just said that, didn't it? Right after that, didn't it? Come on, let me go with another one because I am.
You have a connection from the door for a long time, good times and bad.
Right. And people don't realize that part of you know, having friends. Like sometimes when you run into I got friends that I done had over 20 years that I ain't never really had no arguments and stuff with. You know what I'm saying? Like
you haven't had an argument, they are good friends.
No, I'm talking about up and down. Like I think some people can understand other people, or you know what I'm saying? Like you know, I think that's just like certain relationships. Like you see certain relationships and they've been together forever and you ain't never seen them like argue in public or no BS or something. You just see them, they always seem fine. And then you see somebody that they always like, fuck you too, fuck you, and then give each other a hug. They still together 20 something years, cussing each other out. So it's like sometimes it just for the good time, bad time, whatever. That's how you know too.
Yeah.
Because anybody'll be around you while things are going good. But have some things going on in your life and people don't feel like they're getting put first or whatever or anything like that. And people will turn on you sometimes. The
Yeah.
same people that you don't think, but soon as you don't put them first or you don't add them and they don't feel important, they'll trip on you. Read that.
Amanda said, true. They know their friend, what makes them mad or not, etc. You know them.
Right. And see, that's the biggest thing. Like, you don't know your friends until y'all have y'all first couple of arguments. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, you can think you know your friends, but you don't really know your friends till y'all have a couple arguments. Then you be like, I don't know, we really friends. You know what I'm saying? My bad. I had to turn off that music because you know how them things be saying, be on here talking about we heard this in your background. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
Trying to kill my whole little thing that I do not own any rights to any music you might have heard on. Don't start messing with my stuff now. Oh, okay. But yeah, but yeah, good times, bad times. That's especially bad. Anybody can have a person around during the good time, but it's the bad times.
Yeah.
Come on with it.
So they're there when you need them.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like sometimes, um, sometimes it's not a lot. Sometimes people just need you there when they need you. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Like,
just it.
and then there it is. That's the one I was saying. Uh, one,
Before they will
yeah,
get out of the bed if you really need them.
right. That part. Okay, let me. Oh, this the one before I even see it on. I was thinking about it. Go ahead with that one.
Try their best to help if it's just good advice they give you.
Right. See, a lot of people think they need money, need rides, or if a joke can't give me $1,000, they ain't my friend. No, a lot of people ain't got $1,000 to give your ass, because you ain't got $1,000 to give your own ass. Oh, okay, because you don't trust your damn self. You ain't put up $1,000. You know what I'm saying? So some people got to realize when you ain't got little money, sometimes like when you be sitting up here, um, what's that old thing? When you supposed to have it's not equity. It's uh what that stuff with you supposed to have that stuff to be able to loan collateral. You gotta have some collateral. You know what I'm saying? If you want $1,000, you want 2,000, 3,000, sign your car over. You know what I'm saying? Put your title in a joker hand or something. You know what I'm saying? Have some collateral to go off of if you're gonna do it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like people can't trust each other like that with their money no more. You know what I'm saying? You loan her.
Too easy.
And see, I learned that with my mom. My mom was friends with a lady 33 years. And I remember my mama lend her $1,000. And the lady was a nurse. The lady made good money every week. She could have paid her back with one of her checks. But she just never paid my mama back. They stopped and she stopped calling my mama, stopped hanging out with my mama. I changed her job to another little place and all that.
Over $1,000.
That's what I said. I mean, like, that's when the boat first got here
Oh,
in Vicksburg. So maybe, had that bad gambling habit or whatever, whatever. But I just think a lot of things, like, that's, you never know. If somebody come to you and they want money, hell, you don't know if they crackhead now or not. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what
yeah, but it's
what's going
true.
on with them. I mean, because you got to think about it. It should be easy. It's easy to get money. The hard thing is keeping money. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got certain habits. Everybody got certain things that they view important. But you got to think about it. Some people view their money as important. Just like you might view your habit as important or your kids important. You put everything in front. Oh, I had to buy my kids some Jordans. You know what I'm saying? You done gave some of your rent money up to buy your kids some Jordans because you put your kids before everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing when somebody got them come and try to borrow some money from me. Okay, I put my money in front of everything like that. So what you got collateral, because you got to have something. Because if you don't have nothing to offer, what you been doing? What you been doing with your life? What is you spending your money on? Because it damn sure ain't me. If it was you was spending your money on me, and I easily give you some money. Yeah, you would been spending money on me. I'm like, yeah, you gave me $1,000 a week. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But that ain't what you been doing. So people got to look at it like that. Okay, freedom.
But when you grow in life, some friends able to go with you, and some you gotta just let go.
And I'm gonna tell you that's a thing that I don't just do it like that. I believe you can still always have the same friends. They just ain't able to go certain places with you. You can go to their house and still be their friend, but you can't take them to the club with you because they get too drunk or they act too much of a fool. You got to know all your friends' limitations and all your friends how far you can move with them. You know not to lend Air Rob some money because Air Rob don't pay nobody back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it ain't that Air Rob ain't a good friend, because Air Rob, if you mess around and give him something, he probably fight with you or whatever. He probably hurt somebody for you. But Air Rod ain't good with money. So I'm gonna make sure I don't put money in Air Rob hand unless Air Rob mow the yard or something for me. You know what I'm saying? So, we got to look at it sometimes that it ain't the fact that we need to let our friends go. We just got to know what a balance on some of our friends. Some friends, we meet them at their house, we chill with them right there, and we leave them right there when we leave. You know what I'm saying? and we know them friends. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I just think it boils down to you don't have to let, because it's friends I know that I got good friends. I've been friends for the longest. We don't talk but maybe once, twice a year. But when we
Mhm.
talk, it's all good. It ain't no, he got his own life. He got, you know what I'm saying? He got grandchildren, what's his name, a wife, or this and that, and this. You know what I'm saying? So I got to respect that with all the stuff he doing, he got a lot going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like I got a lot going on over here, he got a lot going over there. Sometimes we meet in the middle. Sometimes our times don't never measure up and hit the same. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some dudes I know that we get mad because sometimes only time we see each other at like a funeral or something. You know what I'm saying? And we be like, man, how many times now you the same? How many times you done went to a funeral and people say, man, this got to be another time we got to meet up other than a funeral.
A funeral.
Bad happening. When we gonna make time just to meet up with each other, just to have, fun, chill, just conversate or whatever. A lot of people just ain't got the time. See, think about it. A funeral is a time that everybody stop doing whatever they doing, even if they need to do it. It's like, I'm putting this hour or whatever aside to go
pay my respects.
Pay my respects. And that's why I tell people all the time, that funeral is just a little hour out your time to sometimes pay your respects. Sometimes it's a mini family reunion or a mini reunion of friends and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think about 2-3 of my friends died in the last 2-3 years. And then, all the whole neighborhood, whole people get together and, you know what I'm saying, we chill that day, you know what I'm saying, or the day before, because you got the viewing of the body, you got other type of stuff going on. And we have the greatest time that day or two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But after that, we say we got to get back to our life. We got to get back to picking up the kids. We got to get back to going over here to this, the gym, the work, and all the stuff we have to do every day. You know what I'm saying? Read that.
So true. We don't make time, but we do. Just lost my oldest brother, and he was dead a couple days in his house. My fault, because I wasn't checking in on him. Oh, my.
Yeah. And
I
then,
hate that had to happen. My condolences to you.
yeah, and my condolences too. But I think we can't blame it on our fault. Sometimes God take people and we never know. I remember one time I was in my house one time and I remember my door was open and the ambulance supposed to be going to some house across the street. It just came in my house and woke me up. And shit, I thought I was goddamn with the Lord or something with all the lights and stuff in me. I was like, oh no, man. That got me out the ambulance, man. And they were like, you all right? I was like, oh man, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is you never know where you're gonna be. You never know where you're gonna go. Some people, it's some people run into rivers and be in there a whole year and all kind of. It's some people missing and don't never be found. I mean, you got to think about it. It's some people that might have walked in the woods, a bear got them, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all kind of deadly stuff out here. You know what I'm saying? That can happen. I just ain't gonna move. Shouts out to the white people because I'm not going in the woods by myself and getting caught up like that. with no wolves and bears and coyotes and whatever else out there that might a snake or a spider. I'm not going out there like that. I ain't going out like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You so welcome, Amanda. I mean, we all got to know that um that's why sometimes I feel like it's important to have a family, to have significant others, because I had an uncle that died some years ago, and he died in his house on the toilet, had a heart attack. You never know. It don't matter. And his wife was there with him. I mean, sometimes when it's your time, it gonna be your time. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? And I remember I got a friend. I mowed a yard, and she was finna get married to her man, and he died in the bed. You know, in the
Oh
bed.
no.
Yeah. So I mean, everybody. Sometimes people just don't wake up. You know what I'm saying? So it can happen anytime, and you never know what might happen. So it's just sometimes we got to be so glad and be so lucky to every year that we get around here and we still got all our limbs. Just like I was saying the other week, got a friend girl that's getting foot amputated and things because of diabetes, stepped on something, and all this. And she done been on the show before and everything, and it's just sad. Uh,
It is.
it's just sad when people going through things. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I feel like that friendship is very important, because like I know sometimes people don't want to call certain people or whatever, but I'm just glad sometimes when people call me and they be like, "Hey, I'm going through this."
And you can be there.
You can be there just to talk to them or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So you can always vent on here, because this is my platform to vent. Oh, okay. What's up, Cynthia? Up in his house, up
He
in this
said,
thing. How you doing? How you doing?
hello, hello.
Oh.
And that's true.
Sensei, I'm gonna call you. Yeah. And my daughter, she gonna call me. If she got a problem, she gonna call me. And I mean, that's what we need, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of things we just need sometimes to vent and talk, and because everybody got sometimes a different way of looking at something. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Sometimes we might be looking at something and it might not be how we looking at it. But if we listen to somebody else and they be like, I never looked at it like that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's how people end up sometimes mad at each other. They don't see what they don't see what the other person going through, or they don't see what the other person might be dealing with and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how a lot of things can happen and get misconstrued and this and that. And that's why it's so good to have conversations and be about forgiveness and not about all that hate, man. That's what I be trying to preach these days. Just not about a lot of hatred for people with any kind of different opinion with you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What's up, Miss Shantae Parks? Up in his house, up in this thing. How
Hello,
you
Miss
doing?
Parks.
How you doing? And yeah, let me grab the next one. Pay out. Come on with it.
So they want you to do better in life if it's just being healthier.
That's what I tell people. You know, sometimes people don't realize a lot of people will give up any and everything if they could just get their health back. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why a lot of times when I be out here and I throw little things out here to warn people sometimes about whatever they doing, if you're smoking, if you're drinking, if you're doing anything that's might put you in an unhealthy situation. I try to throw it out there because I don't want to be that person that's around people and watching them destroy themselves or hurt themselves or go down a little bit and don't be positive. You know what I'm saying? If I got a couple partners that I know that's on drugs, hard drugs, and I'm always positive. Man, the day you get off that shit or whatever you do, uh, come to me, goddamn it, I'm gonna help you get on your feet or whatever you need to do, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to stop being, so negative, so hatred of others. And we just got to be a little more positive these days. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what they talk. We got to show more love around this thing.
Compassion.
That's why people are getting mad at me talking about what you care about the white boy getting killed. Man, I care about anybody dying. And I think that's what we need to start back caring about, just caring in general. We run around here like fuck everybody but our family. You know what I'm saying? And we got to stop that. We got to start loving everybody. You know what I'm saying? And once we start back loving everybody, and then good things will start happening in our life. But when you walking around with all this hatred for people, like you ain't got the same 24 hours in a day to get what you want to get. All of us got the same 24-hour day. Ain't nothing holding us back no more. We ain't got no Ku Klux Klan running around here with what's name. We ain't got, everybody got the same 24 hours of the day.
I agree.
You get up and you can go outside and you can do anything you want to do, long as it's within the law. You can do anything you want to do. You can cut grass. You can do whatever you want to do every day. And we just got, and then that even includes caring about others. You ain't got to walk around with a mean motherfucking mug on your face all day. You ain't got to walk around hating somebody because they said something wrong to you. You can forgive them and be like, I feel for them. Because see, something in them might be hurting inside. And you don't know what that person going through.
I don't know what they dealing with.
You know what I'm saying? And like she said, some people lose their brother. Some people lose their mother. Somebody lost their daddy. Somebody lost their child. We don't know what people going through when we sit up here and we point fingers and we act like everybody's the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't the enemy. And we got to be more of people just loving everybody, just not caring. You stay over there across the street, fuck y'all nigga. No, we need to start caring about more people. You know what I'm saying? And starting to care about the people around you first and your family. And we need to get back to certain little levels of caring before we can go out there and care for other people. We got to stop cussing each other out.
That part.
We care. You know what make me, kind of crazy sometimes? We care more for illegal aliens than we do our own people. We got our own people locked up in jail, but the goddamn some of these white people go in front of the jail and protest 300 goddamn 3 months straight to get motherfuckers out of jail. that don't look like us. But we feel sorry for this. And these folks ain't from our country and stuff. And then the people that's from our country, that tell you the level of not what person in front of the penitentiary right now asking for black folks to get out of jail right now. And these people that ain't from here. I'm talking, we got people in jail doing 20, 30 years that ain't nobody going in front of the jail trying to get none of these folks out. And you got folks that been over here 5, 6, 7, 3 years, 6 months, and people going to war about them. And I got people that been locked up in jail right now 25 years, and ain't nobody protesting outside they jail or nothing like that. But you sit up here trying to release them, release these brothers that locked up over drugs and over little petty crimes and stuff. You know, all this stuff that, you know, the government put out here for us to get trapped in. You know what I'm saying? And that's crazy. Come on with it. Come on with it.
So hello, you guys. Great evenings. I missed out on the beginning of the live. I'm very interested in this topic, and I totally agree with you.
Thank you, Patricia. Shouts out to you up in his house. All right, come on with it.
She said, glad I tuned in my first live, but I needed to clear my mind. I have changed a lot, haven't puffed Mary Jane in 2 months, but have old friends just don't see my growth and want me to continue to be the old me, and I can't go back because I'm changing.
Right.
That's true.
Right. And I'm glad to tell you, I stopped drinking last year in May. And I have people that want me to go back, and they see me drinking a little bullshit on the show. They be like, "What you drinking, boy? Yeah, you ain't goddamn." Man, I ain't drinking no alcohol. I'm just chilling. You know what I'm saying? And I stopped eating meat on my birthday for a while. Just changing, trying to do some different things to try to keep myself around. And you know, as we get older, we have to do these type of things. We know sugar is the biggest killer in our neighborhood, period. You know, I was watching a thing the other day, and it was saying about, you know, sugar just about does everything bad to us. You know, Alzheimer's, you know, cancer. You know, sugar is one of these causes. It don't cause cancer, but it feeds cancer. So it's still doing a great harm to us. I think, you know, it's in the alcohol. It's in everything we do. So, you know, she said high blood pressure too. She said, congratulations. Thank you. And she said, high blood pressure too. Yeah, we got all this high blood pressure and all this stuff. And that's the top killer in Black America. That's why I be telling my people, man, let's get off these goddamn chitlins and shit and all this shit we ate as slaves. You know, all this stuff we had to eat. And let's eat some healthy stuff that's going to keep us around. Because, dude, we sit up here, you know, it's people dying in their 40s and 50s now. And people used to live, Black people used to live long time, you know, this and that. And we just got to do a little better. And we can't get mad at people that's trying to do better.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying?
You know the old saying, you know better, you do better. We have to stay on that mentality.
I agree. Read that.
But don't you consider them your friend that's trying to get you to go backwards, or those friends you let go?
I consider, listen, I still consider them my friends. Guess what? They just make me stronger when I'm around, because if you around your friends and you can stop doing it, guess what? You're gonna inspire one of them to stop doing it. See, when when they can't influence you to do what they doing, they say, hell, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Man, you feeling better, you doing better, you moving better, you know what I'm saying? You ain't had no problems of this and that, because a lot of my problems came from, drinking and other stuff. So if you let something go and your problems go with it, shouldn't that just be obvious? You know what I'm saying? And so I ain't had no problems, and I try to do them. I be like, hey man, or get some of this non-alcoholic beer around here. This old Ultra Zero, some non-alcoholic beer and stuff like that around here. Man, that's true. When they have a beer, I have my fake beer, and I be like, bang bang, all right, player, we good. So I don't try to make them change. I let them be them, but they are changing just because they see themselves going to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? High blood pressure, diabetics, and all that old type of stuff. They got to change. But you know what they come to me? Man, the doctor said I got to do this and do that. When you going to the gym again? I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? So all you got to do is keep on changing for the better, and you're going to slowly get people to come over to, like that, come over to their side. I don't try to change nobody for what they do. I just try to be me and be the best version of me. That's all. Come on with it.
So it's not only your so-called friends; it could be family members as well.
Yeah. You're right. She said so-called family. Yeah, but I just feel like anything like that. Now, me used to riding with people and stuff like that. I don't do the riding with people. If they doing their thing, somebody getting drunk or whatever, and they drink it, I be the designated driver, so I could be helping them in another kind of way. You know what I'm saying? I can be helping my friends live longer, just by
Not
being
allowing them to knock themselves off.
the designated driver or something. So you can look at it in positive ways in certain aspects too, if you look at it, because everybody need that person that can have some common sense with that.
Yeah, I agree. Some of us change to feel better about ourselves.
Right. And like I said, it's to me, it's trying to stay around here a little bit longer. It's me watching what's going on around you and not looking at it like I put it away. If I try to change people, I would be that person that moves out the hood, but really don't want to help nothing that go on in the hood. But see, say if you stay on your street, you keep on cutting your yard and keeping your yard up, not worried about the next yard next to you that ain't keeping their yard up. But you know what's gonna happen that I always realize, once you start cutting your yard, keeping your yard up, that next door neighbor gonna start cutting their yard, keeping their yard up. The next door neighbor to them gonna start cutting their yard, keeping it. So if that people see you out there picking up paper, trying to improve your little surroundings, they try to do it. Sometimes you can rub off on other people and you can make your whole street. Think about it. I know y'all sometimes rolled through the hood and rolled on that one street in the middle of the hood and be like, I'm still in furnish. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on the yard, all the whole street, man, manicured, all the yards look good, you know what I'm saying? Because if you start doing something right your neighbor start doing the right. The next door neighbor, next door
Start
neighbor,
tricking
next
now.
neighbor. You got the whole street done changed up some. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be a person that can be around my people and still, when they doing whatever they doing, and they still say, "Oh, okay, yeah." You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Come on with it.
So talking to people sometimes help me make better decisions about things that I see that is causing issues.
Yeah,
That's what Rashay says.
yeah. And I agree with that. I agree. Come on with it.
Well, what do you do to a friend that's stuck in the past? I ain't got time anymore, for real, for real.
Well, I got a partner that's stuck in the past. I mean, just stuck. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you this. Um, I try to prime loose from the past. Sometimes you can remind them what year it is. It's 2020, 2025, right? And you talking about 1996. Yeah, I'm just saying. You can kind of remind people what year it is, and they, sometimes that'll shake them out of it a little bit.
Hmm.
I'm just saying. Come on with it.
She said, I'm asking them out to ask me, shaking my head.
Oh, shoot. Hey, man. Let me see. Let's throw up one more banner. Come on with it.
It's the little things that mean a lot.
Yeah. And see, when I say that, it's the little talking, it's the little, time that people talk to you. It's the little thing like somebody that you ain't seen, they just rolled up on you. Hey, how you feeling? How you hanging? You know what I'm saying? And it's that little thing, that inbox, hey, you still doing all right? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that people just glad that you care. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all about trying to get with folks and all that. Just, hey, you doing all right over there? You know what I'm saying? You okay? And a lot of people just don't do that sometimes. Come on with it.
Baby, I've stayed in a hood 11 and a half years, I guess. They became family. 200 block, not like it is when I raised my daughters. They wasn't too easy to be influenced by the way others were raised.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you this. Sometimes sometimes we move out of certain places when they get too bad because we feel like we can't save it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't never get mad at nobody who have to do what they got to do if they feel like they got to save their kid life or anything like that. Like I know friends and friend girls that had sons here that had to leave Jackson, had to move away from Jackson, had to move to Texas, had to move, Minnesota. I mean, all over the place. Just had to get away from here because it was dangerous. Their son might have got into it with somebody or anything like that. If anything is making it where you got to leave, do it without hesitation. Even if it's you. If somebody beefing with you or you feel like your life in danger or you or your kids or anybody, if you feel like you can't call the police and the police ain't doing enough to get you some help or whatever, because a joker like me would try to sit up in the hood and try to fix some stuff. But everybody ain't me. And everybody don't need to be out here trying to fix it. Sometimes you got to move. Sometimes
Yep.
you grab your kid and you got to leave everything behind. I send 2 men in a truck back here. I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just got to go. And I ain't mad at anybody that when the crime got too bad, or the dudes got too bad, or somebody was targeting your child or anything, and you got to pack up and go. You know,
Yes. It's for the benefit of your child life,
the only way I'm not packing them good if I done bought a house, I'm gonna put 80 cameras around there. I might put an open, closed fence around. I might, but this me. I might fortress that thing like a little castle. Like they wouldn't even be able to see above my fence. I might have a 10-foot fence around there and all that. But I'm gonna make sure I do whatever it takes to protect the family. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not never mad at any woman that got to do whatever she got to do to protect her family. Period. There's some things you just got to do. If you gotta go, bye, hood. Love y'all. See y'all in another time. Visit y'all one day. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gone. All right, now read that.
Exactly. Nowadays, as I heard, it's hard for a woman to raise her son. I think that's what she meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is because you have so many influences around you. And if I got influence, I got kids around there smoking weed or talking about or I got switches and I got guns and man, we gone. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna pack mine up. You know what? Y'all can have this thing. I'm glad I ran. I'm just saying. I mean, sometimes you got to do that. If you ain't got a good connection, like sometimes people have a good connection with the police and all that. I'm talking about either leave or call the police so much to make them leave, and one of us gonna go. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna grab the joke up out of there. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, to me, it you got to make a difference some kind of way. If you got to call some people to march down your street, you know what I'm saying? Come on, read that.
Can't wait to leave Jackson, Mississippi. My ex-husband violated my child and police didn't help me, but I did move to safe spot for right now.
Yeah, sometimes, like I said, you got to go if you got to go. Yeah, read that.
From what I heard, it's hard for a woman to raise her son without a real true father figure in their life.
Yeah, and that's why I think it's so important to put your kids in certain sports. And it's not about the sports; it's about putting them around positive men. The men that be coaching them boys, and they really care. You know what I'm saying? They really care. Like, hey, let me tell you something. I don't have much time at all. And I would sit up there saying, oh, I need to, get into some coaching. Man, I don't have time. I be wondering how these dudes have the time. You know what I'm saying? But man, a dude that make time to go out here and coach and do that. And then I got my cuz, he going to be pastor, deacon. I mean, like he's like an apprenticeship under, the reverend and stuff. And I'm sitting up here saying, man, it's a lot of dudes I know around here doing positive stuff. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep their family in a positive light. You know what I'm saying? And I got to pick up the mantle and try to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to a place where I can have that free time, where I can talk to boys or whatever and try to get people, try to do my part and trying to at least save 1 or 2 or 3 more children out here, you know what I'm saying? And because it ain't enough talking to them, it ain't enough getting involved, being involved, being positive. And, that's where I be saying now, we have sometimes too many, even some of our positive brothers, just ready to roll up. You know what I'm saying? And don't have that don't have that role model, because I think we got to get away from a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? We got to get away from a lot of stuff to get these kids back on the right track, because the habits we got and passing them down to the kids, they ain't gonna be able to save no money. They ain't gonna be able to make it with these bills and all this stuff, and then trying to oh my bad. They ain't gonna be able to make it and stuff like that. I mean, the kids now need us more than ever. A lot of them feel with a lot of rage, a lot of like they don't have a way out. And I'm gonna tell you, everybody got the same 24 hours. If they could see their mother and daddy making it, they will feel good in making it. And I've seen it, you know what I'm saying, in positive areas. You know what I'm saying? Like when I go to Madison and I go to Glustack and I go to places where they see their parents making good decisions and making it and having good people around them, they feel like they can do it too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But when you put them in an area where don't nobody give a fuck about nothing, then they start not getting a fuck and quitting on a lot of things. And we shouldn't. We used to be a make it mentality, and we got a lot of people that then turned into quitters around here.
Yeah.
And I don't prescribe to them type of people. So hey, they can talk about me all they want to, but I don't prescribe to the quitting aspect or that old or that old I can't. I don't believe in I can't, and I don't believe in quitting. All right, come on with it.
I'm Jackson to my heart, but 5 years ago I left Jackson, and I'm glad I did. I still get my hair cut on Lynn Street, but Jackson's not the same. It's sad. Our family home has to be rented out on the west side because they continue to break in. No respect for community.
Yeah, and like I said, I can get that. I can get that. If you got to leave to make your family safer or to feel safe or like I said, just protecting your family, period. It's all about the family. You know what I'm saying? And if Jackson ain't gonna be about family, like I said, we need a cleanup. We need, Joker be want to play and what's name? We need a Donald Trump to come through here and clean it up and cut all these bushes down and plant some green grass. I ain't seen green golf grass in a long time. We need this thing cleaned up all the way through this thing. And we need a reboot. You know what I'm saying? So businesses are come back through here. People don't want to own a business or nothing because everything look like, you got the whole South Side just look like everybody got baskets and riding with a dog and walking and look like they just came out of somebody abandoned house. And we just got to get it different. I agree with that though. Come on with it.
Yep. Raising your children in a positive environment is so important nowadays. I preach this to people because the children are so vulnerable and you have to respect what you do around them.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the biggest thing that I have a problem with. I'm around here and and I just feel like we are letting our kids down because we care too much about drugs. We care too much about getting high. We don't give them the proper startup, because when you start and most of your money, your extra money ain't going to you saving, and it's going to getting high or whatever. Because you gotta think about it. When you get a habit early, early in your life, imagine that habit every day. I mean, every week. When you grab a habit, say you drinking, you you spending if you just buying 4, 5 bills a day, you spending at least $8, $10 a day or something like that. Okay, throw that out there. If you start smoking cigarettes, you smoking maybe almost a pack for 2 days. Cigarettes, $7 to $12 now. You know what I'm saying? I'm like not even joking. Partner sent me to the store to buy a girl's pack of cigarettes, and I went in there. And I was like, "What you say that price was?" It was I don't know what kind of cigarettes she watched the show, but I think them things were almost $12. I was like, $12 for some cigarettes? They like the long cigarettes, whatever, but the skinny cigarettes. But I was like, $12, and that's because they don't have them in many stores no more. I guess they got to order them specially. But think about that. Pack of cigarettes every couple of days. Then you think about if you smoke weed and spending $30, $40 on it every couple of days on weed or whatever. That stuff add up. I was telling my partner, and he had a guy halfway mad at me. I told him, I said, man, you know what? I said, you spend about $120 a week. He was like, what? I was like, yeah. You got a 400, you ain't even added your gas money. You're going out to eat every day, going out twice. If you go twice a day, if you go out to eat twice a day, you spend almost $24 a day. Just think about it. Some people think spending $24 on one meal. Just think about it. If you go twice a day, you spend at least $20, $20 to $24. So you add that up, and in a week's time, that's $150 just eating.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like people don't average up how much they spending out. Just liquor, just weed, just this, that, and that ain't before you get to your gas and your maintenance on your car and just rent and water bill and boy, you're spending $420 a week. Easy. That's easy money. That's easy money. I'm telling people. If you got these many habits, if you smoke cigarettes, if you got a weed habit, and you got what I said, cigarettes, weed, and drinking, you spending at least $420 a week. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm sorry to tell you.
Mm. It says Southside has went down badly.
Man, so bad. Man, I put up them pictures the other day, and I think I had like over 250 shares. I mean, because I couldn't even believe it. You know how like you ain't seen something in a while, and I was going, and I just stopped. I just started going in slow motion, just filming stuff like, well, what? How I get this bad on Terry Road all the way down? It ain't two businesses next door to each other, nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it used to be a business here, business here, business. It's a business here, business there, business there. You know what I'm
Have
saying?
you gone to the Terry Road side, like I would say between McDowell and Cooper Road?
Yeah, that's what.
All those businesses gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I I tell you this: if you go from, cause I'm gonna start at on Terry Road where the church just about burned down at.
Okay, yeah.
If you start where the church burnt down at, and you jump all the way across McDowell, and you go like you said all the way down past Coop Road, go all the way down to what's that? What start with it?
Savannah,
Savannah.
Savannah.
All the way down to Savannah, and you go around Savannah, around there, the Mexicans down through there, they trying to rebuild some of them houses, but them houses is a mess all down around Savannah. And I mean, it's just sad. I'm talking about sad. Everything gone. When the dollar store leave, I'm talking about all the way to Elton Road, the dollar store's gone.
Are you serious?
The dollar stores is gone. The dollar store is gone. I think Dollar General in a couple of places is not there's one Dollar General around there, I think, and everything is gone. Like it's like wow. Come on with it.
So yeah, my weed habit was every Friday buying a zip home. Now I had to stop and save my kids and my health.
Yeah. I mean it's so important. Go ahead.
School be taxing for items nowadays and activities they want to be in. I gotta come through being
Yeah.
a single mother. Being a single mother.
Yeah.
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 Shout out to my family that owns Southside Barber.
Oh, okay. That what's up.
Where is that?
I think that might be that. Is that barbershop at the bottom of the hill?
What's where that's at?
Big Boy used to cut.
I don't know where.
Oh, I know you know
across
what.
from.
Yeah.
It used to be the skating zone thing over there.
Yeah, but
And it's a barbershop. Used to be a bank. Used to be a bank. I don't know if that's it.
Hmm.
Oh, she said by old Papa John. There was a Papa
Oh, I know what she's talking about now. I think it is a little place. The old Papa John's right there on that Mac. Is that McDowell? I think that McDowell Road. Old Papa John's on McDowell Road. I think that's right.
I don't recall Papa John.
No McDonald's, no Burger King, all closing. No Roses, just Food Depot. And then what she said. Yeah, on McDowell. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like Ellis, on the corner of Ellis and McDowell. Right around there. Close to that school, right past that school where that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I know what that is.
Oh yeah. They ain't lying. It ain't none of that stuff. It ain't nothing but a hair store and Food Depot, damn.
And a laundromat.
Gas station. I think that laundromat was closed at one time. I think they opened it back up, but that laundromat was closed at one time. Yeah. Let's put up another pound. Let's do it. Bam, come on with it.
So do they listen when you talk? Do they pay attention? Ask a follow-up question and make you feel heard? You know, like I'm sure you have those type of friends where you're talking, especially when you be talking about stuff you know. Do they listen to you?
She said it's still open.
Oh, it's open? Oh, the laundromat.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean that's important. When you know a real friend, you need people that can listen to you, and that's the whole reason that I do the show, because I want to listen to everybody what they think and all that, and I don't never want to turn my back because I know me. I know a lot of people might move out of Jackson, but I probably won't be one of them. Just keeping it real. I mean, I'm in here for the long haul, but I want to see it better. I want to see them tear down all the abandoned houses and all that. I want to see it better, you know. But yeah, read that.
No, they don't listen, just the part they want to hear.
Yeah. And I can agree with that. You got people that only hear what they want to hear. You know what I'm saying? But I think with all us, because I fell out with folks sometimes because they wanted to hear certain stuff, and it's just like when I get on here, my heart won't have me out here just trying to lie to people, lying to black people and not saying that we ain't fucked up and we doing everything right and all that. Because the proof is in the pudding. If we were doing everything right, we wouldn't have all these shootings and we wouldn't be scared of our kids around here. We wouldn't have our kids running lights and acting like it's normal. People are actually just saying, oh, yeah, we don't stop at lights over here in the South Jackson. Oh, yeah, we don't stop at lights over here. And you know what I'm saying? Like, we are lawlessness. We done turned into a lawlessness country. You know what I'm saying? And we have to get back to a certain part of lawlessness to even do anything. Come on with it.
Patricia says, shout out to the class 88 833 Lanier Bulldogs. Happy homecoming week.
All right, I'm gonna let y'all have that. I ain't gonna even say nothing with that.
She said, laugh out loud, true. They don't stop at lights. No, and don't be going nowhere.
Man, I'm talking about I've seen people go 1,000 miles per hour, run a light, and then run straight into the store and buy a Black and Mild and a beer. I just don't get these folks. I just don't get it. I promise I don't. Come on with it.
When there's a drug problem in the community, the area is going to look bad. It's hard trying to keep it looking good where there is no support.
Yeah.
And I can agree. Let me tell you what one area of Jackson that seems to be kind of still just being okay ever since I've ever known Jackson. Over West Jackson, like kind of by Provine, in that area over there, like between Lynch and Robinson,
Yeah.
those people kind of tend to keep those houses up because they're people that are interested in keeping, the property up and things like that. That's a nice little
Well,
area.
I think it's because of the ownership thing too.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna tell you another place that they say that what's named that place, the little neighborhood right over there off is that Lamar Street back off Lamar Street and all that around Millsap College and all that.
Yeah.
And they done kind of kept their little neighborhood up. Every time something go down somewhere, they kind of like reroute and build up. You look around, oh Lord, they done built this.
I think it'd be like even those homes that are being rented, but they are having landlords that are attentive in their property.
Yeah.
I think that makes a difference too. But if you just collecting rent and you're not checking your stuff out, that's different. So
Yeah.
it can make a difference.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me drop another one. Come on with it.
So do they remember small details? Just even like, oh, he don't drink no more. Let us provide some of this beer water in the can.
Well, I'm gonna tell you another thing. And the reason I buy them zeros is not because it's not because I get anything out of it. It's to give another person a chance to see that somebody's doing something different and you ain't got to do the same thing everybody else doing. You know what I'm saying? Like you can mess around and see, I bet you. Come on, I'm gonna tell you this. Zeros is flying off the counters because every time I go in there, they sold out. So it ain't that I'm the only person doing it. is actually putting something out there. You know what I'm saying, that people understand that it's an alternative way to live a nice, clean, you know, a little clean life and still feel like you kind of, you know, getting along with everybody. Everybody drinking their stuff, but you got your stuff, and ain't nobody tripping because it still look the same. You know what I'm saying? It look like you're drinking, even if you ain't. Come on with it.
Yeah. Um, he said, that's my family home, Pecan Boulevard, but renters have made even those areas bad now.
Mm,
Yep, you got to take care of your stuff.
yeah, yeah. You got to. I mean, and then, like you said, if you move out of it, like me, I probably would move on the street in my property. Probably would have bars all around it, cameras all around it, and probably be calling the police every week. I mean, until because the other people are not. A lot of people are renters and not staying there for the long haul. So if you get on that nerve enough and they know they doing wrong, they will eventually go ahead because they just got 6 months, a year lease. They gonna get on down. But if you make it comfortable for them, and they will stay there. Yeah.
Yes, they are working hard over there trying to keep their community looking good.
Yep. There you go. And like I said, it's
Alright.
always certain little places that you can go, and it's a little better than other places.
Yep.
So that boom, they go to the next one.
Do they check in on you? Do they notice when you're distant or upset? Reach out to see how you're doing? Just like you just said, like some people just reach out to you, like, hey, you all right over there? It means a lot
Right,
to you.
right. Read that picture and say it.
The mayor and city council with the government needs to take a bulldozer and tear down all the burnt out vacant properties.
Yeah. And
Do
and
do a Frank Milton on them.
and that's what I'm trying to get into. I'm trying to buy me a machine where I can try to get a contract to get these vacant houses or something, be able to bid low enough to get the some of these vacant houses and stuff and be able to you know, because I think they, if people don't realize, I think you can get paid from, I think, right at about five 5 to 10,000 to tear down houses. So I think we need to look at a business, even if y'all trying to get y'all kids or anything in certain things, you got to look into them like, okay, you can get into this line of business and you can make some money doing this. You know what I'm saying? If it's just tearing up houses, putting metal over here, putting your stuff that you can't, you throw away. They got different paths for them because, like, some stuff that come out
Recycle.
is what you call it, that
Asbestos?
yeah, that you can't put in regular dump thing, and you had to take it somewhere else. So it's like you have to put everything in a certain piles and do certain things and get rid of it, and it's money into it. So we need to, like I said, we need to tear that down, cut down trees cutting and stuff like that is big business around Jackson too, because trees are tearing up these houses and stuff there too. So it's a lot of things we can tell our kids to get into to make a living. You know what I'm saying? You know, cutting grass, cutting trees, tearing down houses. It's other stuff we can get into to make money. You know what I'm saying? You know. We got people already picking up paper and all kind of stuff. Because like I was saying, cleaning up the community, cutting around the signs and stuff like that, spraying the sidewalks. It's a lot of little things that need to be done that we need to get back into, that part.
Okay. Gentrification will change it all soon.
Yo, so weird.
All vacant properties.
Yeah. Come on with it.
Man, I want to check on people, but like I said, I'm tired of them talking about ish that happened in 1996 or wherever. So I don't check in on certain people, just washing my hand and asking for better people in my life. I might be wrong, but I don't have patience for that anymore.
Well,
Well, well, maybe sometimes, if there are certain people, if you feel like it's bothering your peace, then
yeah,
just don't deal with those people anymore.
yeah.
But I would say just be angry or hard at them. If you see them, be cordial. But
Well,
it's
yeah.
not part of your circle anymore. If
And
you
then
don't want it, you don't want it.
I'm gonna do this part too. The people you might be talking about checking on, they ain't checking on you. So hey, the hell with it. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes both of y'all done let each other go and don't even know it yet. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't check on you, you don't check on them. I mean, like I think if people call me this and that, or you could do something better than that. You could take them out of their comfort zone. Be like, hey, meet me at such and such. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, meet me over here. You take them away from their house, and usually when you try to get somebody to meet out of that comfort zone, sometimes they don't want to hear that one. You be like, hey, meet me over here at the bar and grill or the what's the name? And be like,
Call me when you get back.
they said they check to be no, what I'm saying. Get them out their comfort zone. Have them to come to you, or you meet them at a neutral ground. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, because I'm gonna tell you, people that check on you sometimes, they do care. You just got to get them out of. They might act like that over there, but they ain't gonna act like this over here. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to get people out of their comfort zone, and they'll act different around a different group of people. Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes you have to do like that. Come on with it.
So, do they respect your boundaries? Do they avoid pushing you into things you're uncomfortable with and honor your no without guilt trips? Just like what you're talking about, Amanda. So, if you say no, are they respecting your boundaries by, keep forcing or wanting to force you to do what you used to do?
Yeah.
So, like he said, just keep acting on your growth from
Yeah.
this thing that's not good for you. And when it's not good for you, it is what it is.
Or like you say, pull them out that hole, get them out of there. Because I'm gonna tell you, you can get some people that if they displaced, they gonna act like this. But as soon as you take them over here, they act totally. You don't even know them no more. Yeah. That was mine. I'm telling you, man. She said, "Gotcha."
So, yes, I'm protecting my peace, so I stopped dealing with certain people.
Yeah. And like I said, sometimes, they don't check on us. We don't check on them. I mean, but I'm the type person but checking on a person don't take but 5-10 minutes to me. You know what I'm saying? You can go back to it. Hey man, I'm gonna let you, man, this and that. I gotta go pick up such and such, you know what I'm saying? But I just want to stop by and get on out. See, a lot of people think you got to stop and sit there 2 hours with a joker. Nah,
No,
it don't take but 5 or 10 minutes,
just to holler at somebody.
holler at somebody and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I check on people and I don't never cut the car off. I rolled the window down. What's up now? I'm just saying. Sometimes you be like, hey man, it's hot out there. How you doing? It's hot out there, man. It's hot out there. Hey man, I got a couple of things I need to do, man. Y'all take it easy, you know. You know what I'm saying? But you can check on somebody, you ain't got to turn the AC off. I'm telling you, people think you got to chill with them up now. Check it on. I was just checking on you, player. Yeah, man. You all right? You all right? All right, then, player. I'm gone, man. I'm same time next week. I'm just saying. I'm at work right now. I'm telling you, man. I just work too much now. I work too much to do all this, this old, sitting down for 2-3 hours doing nothing. Man, you see all these leaves coming off the tree? They ain't talking about nothing. If I ain't talking about some money, I gotta go. And that's why you don't cut your car off. You just pull up. Pull in the driveway or whatever. Just don't cut the car off. Keep the AC on. Even though you got your window down or whatever, keep your AC on so you can be like, well, AC.
They want you to get out so they can hear you good.
Right. I'm just telling the truth. Oh, shit.
They said, I was there when Dr. Knox was fired from Wingfield High from allowing kids to pray who wanted to pray. I imagine how bad kids will be after that generation have kids. I'm still amazed at how bad it is with the adults now. I have no good faith in people or the society anymore. People are just evil, but they make it look almost right.
Yep. That's the thing, because when you watch people and they get so mad at stuff, because let me tell you something. Why in the hell 2025 that we still talking about we ain't got rights? You got all the rights. When you wake up in the morning, we ain't nobody else got rights. We ain't got. You know what make us unhappy? Working on the people that we feel like we don't want to work for. That's why sometimes we have to create our own business, create our own opportunities and stuff like that. Because the real culprit is us working under somebody that we don't want to work for. That's what makes us unhappy. You know what I'm saying? See, I tell people around me all the time, save your money. Get ready. It's coming. You might have to branch off and do your own thing to make your life peaceful. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But you always should have an end game. And if you ain't saving no money, this and that, it's hard to have an end game. You're gonna always be around here mad because you working for somebody that you don't want to work for. You want to go to work. But the only thing about it, when you go out and you work for yourself, you got to be about getting that money. You got to be about getting the business on. You know what I'm saying?
Got to be able to get up and show up for work and get the job done.
All right, what Nick is saying?
She said, who's around you and who's down for you are two different things.
Yeah, I agree. Because sometimes the people around you put you in some bullshit. So you got to you got to use your common sense to know when it's time to go sometime, or you got to use your common sense to know this is the house that I don't need to be hanging out at, because all these people at this house, might be toxic or might be trying to leave me. Oh man, ain't nothing wrong with one drink. Here goes some that corn with take a squeak. Here you go. Open mouth. No. Sometimes you got to realize a lot of people don't mean you no good. Like I told Joe a long time ago. I remember a dude riding in my car with me one time, and he was like, "Hey, I'll give you $100 if you hit this crack and you don't get addicted." I said, "Now you finna get the hell out of my car, the hell out of my life, and I don't want you trying to turn me to a whole crackhead. You gotta get the fuck away from me." You know what I'm saying? So when people trying to turn you into something that you don't want to be, and you see that they don't care nothing about you, then you have to make subject. It's just like if a joker bringing you around and they stealing or they doing something and bringing the wrong people around. You know, even if it's around your kids or whatever, you got to think about anything a person do. Sometimes it can for sure affect you if you know it or not.
Right.
Other people's kids will affect your kids if they hang around your kids.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to protect all this sometimes. Sometimes you got to say, man, your kids too bad. They can't hang with man. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Your kids is bad, bad. You know, that part. He said, that's right. I'll let you later. Yep. Yeah, sometimes you got to be like, holla at your player. I'm gone.
Right.
Self-employed is the best. Well, to me, self-employed is the best, but it is the hardest too. So you just got to remember, you got to stay about your business. You know what I'm saying? You got to think your business and all that stuff because a lot of businesses, like they say, 70% of people that start their first business fail. That's why I always, it always be crazy me when people be talking about, oh yeah, how many times this person filed bankruptcy, or how many times they business fail. I mean, that's the American way. We forgot the American way. Where I remember the Dwayne Wade commercial when they say, I fall down 6 times, I get up 7. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep getting up. Anything that you don't make it doing, you just still got to keep on getting up. You just grab something else. Soon you will find your niche. I done did a lot of things in life until I got to a place where I know what I need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And I still be trying to figure out the next. You cannot never settle like it's over with. You always still got to find out what's next on my agenda. What I got to do to make my life better here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Being your own boss. I'm telling you, it sounds nice now. It sounds nice. It ain't as nice as people think. Come on
They
with it.
said they just reversed 2 civil rights bills for Mississippi and another southern state that allows equal education. They are already building strictly white communities in Arkansas, and that will be everywhere. Eventually, they will force black people to be or make all their communities ghetto.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you this. I read about the people see. That's what you got to do, Jay. And the only thing I give you pushback on because you don't do research on the other side too. It's some black people up there building all black communities trying to do the same thing that they're doing, but we don't look at it like that when it's the other way around. Man, if somebody don't want to be around me, fine. They in the middle of nowhere. And white folk been standing in the middle of nowhere to just stay away from us. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with black folk. I know black people right now that don't come to the city, don't want to come to the city, and they don't care nothing about the city. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't coming. They don't love nothing about it. But I'm gonna tell you, we got to stop doing this. What I don't care if somebody build an all white or all black community, this and that. Long as you got your house or you think about yours, because guess what? Your house is your community. That's your own little. My own little house is my own little black community or whatever community I put into it. You know what I'm saying? So I think we should do more of just trying to own something, and then you can have a community again. See, the problem is we don't like to buy nothing no more. We don't look to buy houses. We look to rent. We need to look back into buying houses and not just rent. You know what I'm saying? Then you will feel different about it. But now we got to stop this pointing every time we look at something on TV, and then we fear mongering because we say, "Oh, then they're gonna eventually be like this." No, we making our communities ghetto because we the one parking our cars across the yard. We the one playing loud music in the middle of the night. We the one running our neighbors from away from around us. We the one shooting guns in the middle of the yard, in the middle of the what's the name in the middle of the night. We the one doing it. When I go get bullets pulled off the top of my roof or whatever, I go on top of my roof and then I don't say, "Oh, these white folks been shooting these guns." No, I know niggas been shooting guns like they ain't got no sense. Just shooting them up in there, just wasting bullets. You know what I'm saying? We need to go to the gun range. Go to the gun range, get that shit out the system, and then do something healthy. But we got to stop pointing fingers and stop crying racism with everything. I'm telling you, I'm sick of being a victim. We got to get this victim mentality out of us. You either a doer or a donor. You either a person that can or can't. We got to stop all this woe is me. The whole system is down. Man, you making money right now. Instead of talking about the system, you own houses and everything. Everything you was now, you steady talking about the man, what the man doing over here. Don't get a flying fuck what these folk doing over there.
But listen, let me say this.
Go ahead.
Okay. You can preach and say what you will have made if you got your thing together. So if you don't have to experience these things on what you need with the government assistance, just like when it comes to the education, you're not at a point where you will have to worry about your children's future or your child's future for education. So if they cut these education fundings off, and if you don't have the money to to provide, for the education for your children, just like they're talking about cutting the spending for providing food for the children in school for free or at a reduced price or whatever it may be. So all parents are not at a point in their life where they can afford things the way some may be. So you can't knock what you are blessed to have for those who know what the consequences may be. So you have to look beyond of your own boundaries and look at how other people may be facing things in life. It may not affect you, but it's affecting so many other people. Everybody don't have their ducks in a row. Everybody cannot afford everything that you probably can. So don't knock it. I'm not saying that it's going to be anything that's considered racist. I'm just saying because if they don't have it to afford, they can't afford it. So that's all I'm saying. And that has nothing to do with racism. It has something to do with taking from the mouth of our children for their future.
Okay, and my only pushback on that is I've been paying this high ass new uh, school taxes that they've been killing our whole school tax system and this and that. And the kids, as much taxes we pay, the kids should be getting free lunch by now. They done closed down damn near, and this before Trump got in office. They closed down half the damn schools around Jackson and integrating them into these schools, 3 schools to make them one because we forgot. It's another thing going on that we ain't even looking at. We ain't having children no more.
No, not just that.
Listen,
But listen, the
listen what
reason
I'm
they
saying. Listen what I'm saying right quick.
go ahead.
I was looking at a new study, and they were saying all around the world and all around in Black America, this and that, um, um, the the communities that we think we trying to build, they are actually aborting over 600, almost 600,000 babies a year. Black ladies was almost uh, killing almost a 500,000 children a year. And we got to look at this part of the game too, because we can't build nothing without an army. And if you're killing off your army, you're killing off your babies, and isn't that how you gonna build? We always talking about competing. You can't compete and kill off your babies.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Because we want to make parenting feel um like uh like going to the store. I just want an egg, this and that. I don't want all this. Um, if you going out here and you killing off the people that supposed to be helping us build, because think about it, half of the people now don't want kids, and the other half that got kids sometimes raising them wrong, letting them do this and let them do that, and sometimes we damn near surprised if they turn out to be a good kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we got to look at the type of environment we putting these kids in, the type of environment, what business is. If all you know is to work for the man and this and that, because see, we used to have business because we used to have kids that worked under their daddies, under their what's name. Now the kids feel like they know more, or the women of the world are pushing the kids to jump in corporate and not working these labor jobs and this and that. They can't live like they mamas live. You can't jump from job to job in the corporate area. That was for women in the corporate area do that. Me and always, our granddaddies didn't need education to make money. All they needed is somebody accounted for them. They didn't need all that. When it was slavery and all that, they was still making money and almost millionaires, and they were making it, and they had on suits that they could wear to the what's night. They were depending on a lot of things. Communities were coming together. We got to get to the point that we start caring about things. Now, if you got money to roll up in the morning, you got money to give your child some food money, you got money to put them in Jordans every day, you got money to get some to pay that dollar or that quarter or that 50 cent to get your food, some lunch at school or whatever. Because half of them, you turn around and half of them say, I don't even eat food from school, food from the school and all that. We done got these kids so entitled so much on a lot of things that we not even building them to get out here and think on their own. They thinking to go work for the man. We ain't got a bunch of people that's coming out here and saying, I want to be a concrete. I want to be a plumber. I want to be an electrician. I want to build something. I want to build houses, this and that. You know why? Because we crying and talking about the Mexicans. We need the Mexicans. We need the Mexicans because in the Mexican go, we can't build nothing no more. We got black people don't even want to goddamn work no more. But then we want the Mexicans to come in here and do all the labor that we should be doing. And I'm sick of that. I'm sick of how we pointing all this the goddamn Mexicans ain't doing all this, all that pointing. All they doing is pulling together resources and starting to do stuff. And that's what we need to do. We need to come back and start pulling resources together and stop acting like we don't know what we're doing.
But listen, you have to think about a lot of things within our city, Jackson, right? We have a lot of buildings and businesses where the buildings are old.
Mhm.
There's a lot of money in trying to renovate and reconstruct these buildings to make them electrically up to par. So that's why it's simple to go and build a new building at less expense of trying to renovate these antique things around Jackson. So that's why a lot of them are taking their businesses on to other cities because it's too expensive just trying to be around here. You
Right.
pay high taxes and tabs in Jackson, the worst streets in the world.
Yeah.
They
And
they don't do anything with the streets or anything like that. So a lot of these things you get the funding on for you having what you have in participation. So when it came to the school, a lot of the schools were so old and they needed to be updated to meet the health requirement for students
well,
to attend. But listen, hold on.
go
And
ahead.
then like the children, the parents are not making children go to school anymore. So the population has decreased because of children attending school because a lot of people that has moved their children away from Jackson. And the other part, they're not even making these children attend school anymore.
Add this to what's name. Well, my pushback on that is half these kids ain't going to school because they smoking weed and drinking and doing whatever the fuck they want to do, and they ain't being made to go to school. You know
That's
what
what
I'm
I'm saying. The parents are not making the children
saying?
attend school anymore.
But I'm gonna tell you another thing. A lot of these, what's name? We can go to some of these bus stops. These kids up here got what you call them thing that
Vape,
you vape
vape.
vape pipes, cigarettes at the bus stop with no consequences. And let me tell you something. We need to start putting some of these folks that's stealing all this goddamn money from Jackson in jail. And that's the problem. The same thing when they caught the mayor trying to get some money under the table, or everybody who's trying to steal from Jackson, they need to start putting their ass in jail, and people will stop stealing from Jackson. And they need to get their city crews back up and have the city going around here grabbing the jail people and everything, cleaning up our communities, picking them up, closing, boarding up all these abandos and cleaning up the streets. And
I agree.
I don't see enough of the sheriff and all that bringing inmates with weed eaters. I remember back in the day, buy them a bunch of weed eaters and go out here and have them getting stuff together. You know what I'm saying? And that caused two different things. They cause a man that know how to run a weed eater and know how to clean up a building and know how to what's his name, and that adds to him learning some things too. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And we need to get people back into it and clear a lot of stuff out because it's too many vacant buildings that not passed up. The police ain't doing their job. They ain't riding around the streets. They ain't stopping people from going in and out these houses. Because if I can ride around Jackson and see people sitting in front of a house with garbage all over the damn place, the Jackson police can do the same thing and stop and say, "No, you can't do this no more. If I catch you over here again, I'm putting you in jail." Yeah, they can do that. But they need to start doing that because they ain't in front of their house. You know what I'm saying? They ain't. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. I've seen Jackson police ride past.
And let's
Um,
just catch up with these comments right quick, and then we'll move to the next subject. Come on with it.
History shows that the ruling class disadvantaged the lower social class, Redwood, Black Wall Street, and so many more. It starts with a little then, and it turned genocide. It's not hard to see you considering civil rights progress that's over with.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's 2025, and and if the best thing we can do is go back and talk about stuff we ain't never lived, we ain't never seen. We just heard about it and seen about it in stories and this and that. We need to start making something different here. We need to start, like I said, we need to get our people off of trying to roll up every day and trying to save some money. so they can buy some stuff. It started with owning the house. If you own your house, then you can teach your child how to own a house. You know what I'm saying? We got to start baby stepping. We got to start baby stepping. We so busy trying to put up a Black Wall Street or something big or a whole town with nothing but niggas. And all we got to do is start by owning a house. Start with the little stuff. You know what I'm saying? Own this. Own your car. If people can't even own their car. And they up here talking about building Wall Street. Let's start with the little stuff. And all that other stuff, like I told a dude the other day. If you go ahead and this is my cousin, if you go ahead and get you a house, stop talking about it, get you a house, it's gonna change your life. Getting a house is the only thing that changed my life. Getting a house gonna change anybody's life if you own something and then you have spare money to do other things with. But until you get to the place where you want to own something that you can have this spare money to do other stuff with, you're going to steady keep on crying about woe is me. We need to stop crying and start being doers. Fuck all this crybaby shit. That ain't manly shit. I'm sick of all this crying, and all we do is cry. And we got people that's trying to help us, but we steady crying. Okay. You got a dude out there that changed Washington, D.C. Ain't been a murder in there in damn near 3 weeks now. But get what? We crying about how a motherfucker did it. We ain't crying about we ain't had no funerals. Ain't nobody around here shooting people coming outside again, going to the store, walking to the store. They feel safe on the streets again. We ain't even looking at the positive things. We just mad at the motherfucker doing it. We ain't even and I want to see what's gonna happen in Memphis, because if Joker just took the number one in the top 10 crime city and then switched it around, if that Joker can go to Memphis and switch it around, you cannot deny that somebody know how to do something different and better than what we doing. And we can't keep on just saying, oh, this Joker racists don't fix your neighborhood. Racists don't stop people from killing you. You know what I'm saying? Racists sit back and let them kill you. The Democrats racist because they sit back and cry, oh, crime always been 800 people getting killed a year. Man, fuck that. I don't want one of my black people to die no more. I don't want nobody in Chicago to die no more. I don't want old ladies and all that to be scared to come outside their house and all that. I want Memphis. Memphis signed up for a Joker to come over there and help. I want Memphis help. And I want to see Memphis all helped out, all living better, all them same businesses that leaving Jack. You think they left because it was safe here? No, they left because the young killers, the YNs they talking about all around here. They left because these jokers running lights, running in stores, crashing dash. Even back in the day, I seen it way back in the day when they were crashing dash in the pawn shops and everything around here one time in Jackson. I remember the crashing dashes around here. And they had to get good law enforcement and good people to stop some of this stuff. You got to arrest people. You got to stop people from doing things to have anything better. Come on, what's that? Oh, I can't hear you.
Yes, we are making our communities bad by destroying the street signs, lights, throwing garbage everywhere, and dumping on the grounds. All of this is bringing the property value down in some of the black neighborhoods.
Right. Because I remember one time when I was asking people they talking about just cleaning up around your house. People like, oh, I mean, I remember one time just asking people to pick up paper, and kids were like, "You gonna pay me, man? This is your yard. You can't pick up paper in your own yard." I'm telling you, these kids all about money, and they don't care who it is. You got to pay them to do anything. Some of these kids are corrupted by money. They won't do nothing without money because they acting out how their parents teaching them. They teaching them not to do nothing unless you're getting paid. And that's what we have. Come on with it.
We may not be having babies like we used to, but every other race is at a rate lower than blacks, in my Donald Trump voice.
I understand. But look at the stats.
Definitely worse streets out here.
All right.
Yep, stop stealing from Jackson. Mexicans do what the black people won't do. I heard a group of guys saying they ain't moving no damn yard and ain't picking up no paper for the little amount of money.
Thank you.
Mowing a yard. I think she's mean.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And just what I was just saying about people talking about they ain't picking. If the people that really that need jobs won't pick up paper and won't mow yards, they won't even mow their own yards. You know what I'm saying? People won't even pick up paper in their own yard. So, man, we talking about everybody and we done went to shit when it comes to a lot of stuff. Come on with it.
True. Own your car and crib. I thank God I checked that off my list. More to come.
Right.
Enjoy the positive and pray for all the negative.
Right.
Positive attitude is definitely needed.
Yeah.
I love how white people think. Even when they make things personal, they study, analyze, and look back at history to either prevent or repeat it. We the only ones in our feelings, line dancing, making trends, and everything basing our actions on our feelings.
Bam. Now you said some real stuff right there because we care more about line dancing, trends, and shit like that than getting our community together and getting our kids together and having them to eat right and do right and having good spirits and having them to have morals and values that they can change the way they talk and the way they think.
I'm trying to see, what does line dance have to do with this?
That's what he said.
I'm asking you. You agree?
No,
Jay,
I'm saying
what does
no.
line
Okay,
dancing?
listen. This is what he's saying.
Unless you're talking about the trend
This
of doing it for
okay. This is what I'm saying.
TikTok or something.
He say he love the way white people think. What he's saying is so
That
many
part.
words. Everybody can dance or whatever. But what I'm saying is, like, sometimes when I look at TikTok things and all that, they will show an Indian child or what's name, the white child. He on a tractor. He 5 years old. He driving the tractor and that. I'm seeing more black people that's doing their kids like they're teaching them how to do stuff at a young age. They in the store, the Indian kids got their kids in there tabbing up the amount and all that old type of stuff, working in the stores and all that early. We ain't even black people ain't even trying to own stores no more. They ain't trying to own nothing to what's name. They selling their shit and they parent shit and everything, and all they want to do is sit back and roll up. I don't hear nobody talk about actually having things. People talk about going to work. That's all people talk about is going to work. They don't talk about like having a level of what I want in life. I want my own store one day. I want my own this one day. I want to do this one day. I don't want to work for the man all my life. I want to goddamn and go out here about time I make it this age, and I don't want to work. I don't want to have to depend on the man. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got black people that's going to work. They drinking, chilling, and doing that, just going to work all their days. And then when they get ready to retire, they dying 2 days before they retire because all they cared about We just working for the man, doing whatever, eating their chips, whatever. We ain't thinking about the junk that's going on, the junk food. That's why they call it junk food. We buy more junk food and bullshit at our house that's killing us than helping us. You know what I'm saying? We got to get back to trying to help us. We are in the hospital more than any goddamn thing, than even trying to help us just survive. We barely survive because hell, half of us in wheelchairs in the hospital because we sitting up here and we not putting the right stuff in our body. And we not putting the right stuff in our kids' body. They running around here like sugar babies. Man, they full of sugar. They full of what you call them little slimy things, the little worms, the little annihilators. They everything that's sugar in there. One of our kids done had it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I usually love it when I see a woman going natural or she's going, she got dreads or anything, because she might have in her mind about natural food, natural this or natural something, that she ain't just trying to put this junk in her child. You know what I'm saying? Or perm, or these perms, or all this, or everything that's we know that's hurting us. We know perms give us what's that what the perm was giving people?
Cancer.
Huh?
Cancer.
It was something else. Dealing with their coochie. What that thing?
Hysterectomy.
Hysterectomies, and we know
it's called ovarian cancer.
Yeah,
that's what
we know that perms do this, but we started throwing perms in their head. We started doing certain stuff that we know that's bad for us. We got to change how we moving to get a better outcome, to get the kids better. Because our kids are 12, 13 years old, 200 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Bigger than linebackers at 12. We raising a generation that the kids don't even like outside. I'm allergic to the sun. It's the first generation I ever heard this type of shit. I'm allergic to grass. I'm allergic to the sun. Come on now. How you allergic to grass and the sun? It's goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't going out enough if you allergic to the grass, because anything to get over some stuff is just like the flu. They shoot you up with the flu so you can not get the flu. So you can be immune to the flu. They shoot you up with a version of the flu. And that's the same thing with grass. You need to be out in the grass to build up immunity to not be affected by the grass. You got to get out in the sun to build up some kind of immunity to the sun, your melanin and everything. You got to get out here. To us, man, all these folks that put the masks on, you got to have certain germs so your body would know how to fight off certain germs. They call it good bacteria and bad bacteria. You know what I'm saying? You got to have this. And when I see people talk about I'm allergic to this, I'm allergic to that, that's why we ain't getting enough of nothing. Come on with it.
Care too much about their looks and what they riding in.
Come on with it.
Talk about getting my hair done or what I'm wearing to the club.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a lot of meaningful stuff going on. Come on with it.
Some of us are in our feelings about slavery. We locked up and tense up when you have to be an adult to look at the stumbling blocks you face your whole life and still suffering the effects. We just want to ignore our troubles and figure out a way to overcome it. Like a drug addiction, getting high because he don't have enough money. Then realize that if he save, plan, and strategize, he'll have everything he needs.
Exactly. Cause just like I was telling my partner, if you can find a way, to spend $420 a week, you can find a way to save $420 a week. You know what I'm saying? And some we got to look at that too. If you can find a way to spend $420 a week, you can find a way to save $420 a week. And then stuff won't seem so bad. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
Come on with it.
So it's the new parents that got this generation messed up. Where grandparents are in their 30s.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. I think the worst thing happened to us was COVID because a lot of grandparents died and that structure, um, the old heads being able to tell youngins what to do, and that type of stuff right there really affected us because we lost a lot of people that was in their 50s, during COVID, and in their late 40s. We lost a lot of people during COVID that was educational and was good people. You know what I'm saying? And when you lose that many good people in your neighborhood that was trying to make a change or whatever, I mean, or was able to regulate some stuff, you lose so much. And we lost so much, and we still don't realize how much stuff we lost to this day. Come on with it.
So do they make time for you even with the busy schedule? Do they find ways to connect no matter what? We talking about friends.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And Amanda says, so true. She lost her mother, AK, her pastor. You know what I'm saying? And that was probably somebody she could go to and talk to at all times and this and that. I lost my grandma, even though my grandma was 95. I still felt like she had 10 more years in her. You know what I'm saying? So, or maybe even more than that, because she was still out chopping wood and stuff at 95. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was, a lot of and then I'm gonna tell you one thing that happened when we lost them grandmas. We lost some family structure. A whole lot of families stopped getting together. Our family ain't been the same since my grandma died, since my cousin Arthur died. It's just some building blocks of your family cannot be cannot be uh cannot be changed. You know what I'm saying? Like when you have building blocks that die, it's hard. It's hard on us. You know what I'm saying? And I think COVID did a number on us, and we just got to because you got to think about it, a lot of them grandmas own their houses and stuff like that, and let everybody come over there and stay. And then you know what happened when the grandma died? The person that had the rights to the house came and moved in and said, "Hey, y'all kick rocks. Now we ain't doing this family thing every Sunday no more. We ain't doing this. Y'all ain't put in on this. Oh, I ain't cooking." Family started breaking apart. Family started doing something different. You know what I'm saying? Family started doing different stuff. And we got to realize that, we lost something real close in our heart, you know what I'm saying, over the years. That's everybody who lost somebody that they was too young or anything, lost them in their 50s, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, because we never look at, eating right. you know, and other stuff that we can do to, you know, some of these dudes just riding around, car accidents, all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just feel like we can't drop the ball again. We are the elders now, and we got the even though we are in our 50s, for late 40s or whatever, we got to make stuff happen. And we got to change how this thing is. But let me tell you something. I'm not finna walk around in no can't attitude and in no attitude as I'm a slave or I can't get it done. I'm not walking into this world in a I can't attitude or the man holding me down attitude. Ain't nobody holding me down. When I get up, and everybody can contest this, when you get up every day, you don't have no whip over you, nothing. You able to go outside, get in your car. If you just want to drive around the highway 20 times a day, you can do that. You can put gas in your car and ride all around that thing 20 times, this and that. Now, if you ride 20 times in somebody's neighborhood, somebody might call the police on you. I think they call.
They scoping out.
I've seen him 10 times. But if you ride around the highway, you could do that without nobody even paying attention to you or nothing. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nobody holding us down but ourselves. And I'm just saying, we got to, if we want more, we got to do something different. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, I agree.
You can't do the same thing and want something different. In order to lose weight, you can't keep eating the cake. Eat the cake, anime. You know what I'm saying? See, once Tina Turner didn't want that ass whooped no more, she had to stop eating the cake.
Oh, Lord.
She had to fight back. You got to fight back. If you want something different, you got to fight back. You got to fight back. I'm just saying. If you don't want an abusive relationship, you got to say, hey, I ain't dealing with this no more. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want, you just got to be in the mentality that, hey, this, I'm gonna change. This can change. All this, because everything changed, but it started with us changing. The reason we attract certain things because we are certain people. And if you change how you think and how you act and how you roll, you would change everything around you without even knowing. Good.
Yep.
And I know I had you on here too long. I see how you're looking at the screen. You like, I gotta go to work tomorrow and all that type of stuff. I understand. I am ready to get off and all that. We done had a good conversation. Don't forget to like and share. It don't cost nothing to like and share. Matter of fact, let me make sure I can put that up there because okay. Let's run down the rest of this because you ain't gonna have me saying that. Come on, let's run down the rest of it. Come on.
You were good though, but okay. Do they celebrate your win? We kind of already covered that.
All right.
They support you in your struggles. Do they practice honesty and kindness?
You want to say anything about it? You good?
I'm good.
Yeah, I can tell you sleep. Go ahead.
Do they show consistency over time? Are they consistent with you?
He said, I'm trying to stay until the end. Got to get those kids ready for. We finna get ready to get off this thing, but
All right.
it ain't but a couple more things. That hold on, you done jumped some on me.
No, you already did that earlier.
What that is?
The next one.
Oh, you already read this?
Uh-huh.
Okay, come on with it.
Do they invest in your happiness? Do they make small or big efforts to lighten your load, cheer you up, or bring you joy?
You ain't had nothing to say with it, huh?
That's straight into the point.
Yeah, because see, I can tell. See, I can tell when you ready to get off. Because you straight to the point. You on point, and you like, whatever you say, we up out of this. Well, it was a nice show, and I'm glad everybody was. Hold on, we got one more thing. It wasn't name. Hold on, I gotta hit that great show. Appreciate it. Come on with it.
They said just because you realize the trauma and effects you've been and going through, don't mean you're giving up. Every story of growth starts at a point in which you need or want something. I've always fought, went against the odds. I win and I lose some. I fall, but I get back up. I just want us to keep fighting till we get it right.
That is so true, and I love that. And I remember my traumas and stuff I went through too. And I say we got to keep on fighting. We got to stop being a victim, and we got to turn our fight towards our kids and everything to make them a better version of us. And that's what we got to realize. We got to turn our kids into a better version of us. We got to look at our kids and say, you know what? I'm raising somebody that I would marry. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you can change everything. Once ladies and men start raising their kids, well, if he seen his daughter, he be like, boy, ooh, some boy gonna be lucky to have you as his wife. And if you raise your son to say, some woman gonna be lucky to have you as her husband, then we gonna have a difference going on around here. And that's what we got to do. We got to start raising these kids for a purpose. You know what I'm saying? A purpose. To get them married and moved out. We need to start raising kids to keep them in the house. Let them, like a bird, let them hatch and fly away. Let them hatch, grow up, and fly away. And just like a lion, once a lion gets so grown and he starts smelling himself, all right, you are grown now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And that's what we got to start doing more of. I done raised you. Bye-bye. See you later. Alligator, act a wild crocodile. All right. Good night. She said, very well said. Great show. And good night to everyone. And appreciate you, Nikki, and all y'all, to Amanda and Rashida and everybody that tapped in. JJ, of course. Every time you able to give some of them good old
Jewels.
and
Great nuggets.
Things and we was nice. Good night to all, and to all a good night. And we up out of this thing.
Yeah. Trip all big things, baby, you can see it. Yeah.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? Listen, Linda. Listen.
Okay, what?
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Got him! Got him! Bye, Felicia.
Y'all stingy.
Trials. They seen how underpaid said true white no Gentile. I need like a man, even if your eyes don't dare to me. Dressed down like I had a six with a shimmy, nigga. That's a punk. Don't be worried about what strong dude. Use you and I'm a dude.
No more near beer, and we up out of here. And we up out of here.
Head coach and I'm on the court. Referee, but I'm shooting three. Put sweat in it 2 degrees. So my water, I can barely breathe. Kelly Slater with the board flip. Push it up when the chords hit. Violins in a bell tip. Open up, let me splash it.
And don't forget to like and share. It don't cost nothing to like and share. And how they say, we'll see you next Tuesday. Be there or be square. And we up out of here. See y'all next week.